Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I just shaved my head, so I feel very, very new. I feel like I'm fresh off the porn set. My balls are ready. Anyway, so there's a new sexuality, apparently. It's called super straight, and it means that you only date people of the opposite biological gender. Meaning, okay, so like, let's say you're a straight guy. It means you only date women, but like real women, not like trans women, because a trans woman is really a guy in a dress. But some people will want you to believe that it's not. But no, no, no. If you're transgender, you're not a biological woman. So, super straight people only date people of the opposite gender, like biological gender. Okay, so now, because this new sexuality came out, there's people in the oh god, the ABCD LGBT ABC whatever community are oh yeah P all those people are saying that that super straight sexuality is transphobic. It doesn't matter what you do, people just want to be a victim. It's like I don't know why straight people have to suffer because of their sexuality. You know, like if you're a guy or a girl, whatever, and you only like someone of the opposite biological gender. If you're a boy who likes girls, like real girls, you shouldn't be called transphobic because like you won't date a guy who wears a dress. That's just complete bullshit. So they made up a gender. I mean, they made up a sexuality that says you're only attracted to real girls or real guys. And so you can't call someone transphobic if their sexuality is super straight. But here's the thing, like, I don't know what's wrong with everyone, but like the person who made this up is just trying to show how stupid all of these made up sexualities are. Okay. Um, there's really only two sexualities. There's a straight, and then there's mental disorders. Uh, d- anyway, I just my sexuality is Asian girls. I only like Asian girls. I can't even tell you how serious that is. Like I'm literally only attracted to Asian women. Every other uh, woman that's not Asian looks either ugly or just like plain to me. But um, Asian chicks, like 90% of them look hot to me. So I don't know what sexuality that makes me like. Am I a chopstick sexual? There you go, sushi sexual. I'm a Korean beef sexual. Like I don't know what to call myself. You know, I have a rice patty fetish. Don't kink shame me. You have a lot of nerve. Anyway, so my mom, she came back from the store today. She was, I believe, she was buying. Yeah, her and my sister, they were out buying like jogging shoes, And according to her, she told me they don't have um, men's and women's sections anymore in stores because apparently some law passed. And so stores with over 500 employees aren't allowed to have boys and girls sections. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? Men and women are not the same. And yeah, and so anyway, so she told me she like couldn't, it's whatever, like the running shoes she wanted, they didn't have them in like the woman's size, like her size in the girls section or whatever. So she's like, where's your boys section? Because like when women can wear men's shoes, it's just like they get a, like this, you gotta just get a smaller size, whatever. Anyway, it's not that complicated. And so she's like, where's your men's section? Like, so she can get the shoes. And the woman working there, well, we don't have a men's section because there's a law. And she went into the whole spiel. And so my mom's like, okay, can you just show me where the men's section used to be? And the woman goes, yeah, I can. It's just so stupid. you know, what the hell's going on? You guys realize that men and women are not the same, right? Like in toy stores, like it's the same thing. Like you can't have a boys toy section and you can't have a girls toy section. Okay. Now, I don't know like why. I don't understand. Like was there something, and anytime this happens it's because they feel like the women aren't having a fair share. Now here's the thing. I've been to plenty of toy sections. Okay, well I guess sex toy sections don't count. But anyway, I've been to plenty of toy sections. Um, Come to now I'm thinking back. Well, I used to work at some department stores too, but the girls section in the toy section is bigger than the boys section. It's the girls section is much bigger because there's like, I mean, like there'll be like 2 rows dedicated to dolls alone. You know, and then you got, well, I'm not gonna name every single girl brand, but there's a lot more girl selection in a toy store. So I don't know why someone thought that boys had the advantage because it's always someone thinking men have the advantage. There has never been a law where like we got to change it because we think women are getting too much. It just makes no sense. And then like we're trying to make boys and girls the same because it's like what, like you're saying boys are better. Boys aren't better. Girls aren't better. They're just different. The average girl doesn't want to play with the average boy toy. The average boy doesn't want to play with the average girl toy. It's not because like the toys are better or worse or whatever. It's just because men and women are different and they're into different things. Okay, now this is like everything I'm saying is backed on. You can look up this information in a psychology book or look up studies done on the internet. I'm not gonna drop all the like where I got the research from. This is all stuff that you can research yourself. Okay, men are more into things. Women are more into people. Women are a lot more social than men. Like the reason why the women girls gravitate to dolls because it's like they're like it's like a person. They're I don't know. It's like like the reason why boys like Transformers because it's like a thing. Like you could like move it around, change its shape. It's like you're fixing something kind of. And then I hope it's not because they thought all the science toys were in the boys section. Because if you look at stores, that's a separate section on its own, and it's just called like the science section or the learning section, and it's for boys and girls. And then when you look at all those science boxes, like it'll be like a magnifying kit and like some maybe like a couple of chemicals you can mix so the beaker turn blue and maybe a frog and some formaldehyde to dissect. And then on the picture of the science box would be a boy and a girl. It's like all that section, boys and girls. Like in the same section will have like rockets. It's like boys and girls. And inside the boys section, it just says, it either says like science section or like learning section, but it's in the toy section, but it's for everyone. You know, we're not holding girls back. Like the only thing this does, okay, the stores are gonna keep everything in the same spot. So what? Like you're gonna put Barbies next to I don't know, like I don't know, like Rose Tico Star Wars figures that no one buys. You know, like so like what? Like you're gonna put Barbie next to Beyblades? This makes no sense. Even though supposedly girls play with that stuff, you know. They don't even put like the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards in the boys section. It's just its own section. It's like for everyone. The only thing they keep separate is like, you know, obviously the dolls are in the girls section. Like the Transformers and GI Joes are in the boys section. Like the WWE figures are in the boys section. The My Little Ponies in the girls section. The Ninja Turtles in the boy, like, but guess what? There's no one stopping you from going to the other. Like, it's not like it's the '50s and it's segregated. It's the boys only fountain. Like, it's okay to acknowledge the difference between men and women. It's okay. And so now we're brainwashing our kids when they're like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that they're the same. Like we're really messing things up. So like these people are gonna grow up. I mean, look at the youth today. They're already fucked up. So now this new batch is gonna be even more fucked up. Like, how many soy boys are we trying to raise in this country? This country is full of soy boys. The men are getting more feminine, and the women are getting more masculine, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I don't know who's behind all this crap, and I don't know what they're trying to gain from this. But it just makes no sense. We have a law that there can't be a girls and boys section in stores. How does that help anything? Why don't we pass some laws to fix the homeless problem? I like how that boys and girls thing passed real quick, but we can't end the homeless problem. Like we can't help people. Like people get off the streets. No, we're making sure boys and girls don't know which section to go to in the store. Yeah, I just like some things just make no sense that go on in America. I've never like is this part of woke culture? Like who was being oppressed that this happened? Who voted for this stuff? Like how come I didn't vote for this? How can they just make this pass anyway? Who voted for this? Like next election, even though your vote doesn't count, vote everyone out of office. Everyone should be out of office. This is ridiculous. If Trump was in office right now, they'd blame Trump for this. But if Trump was in office, this wouldn't happen. Boys are boys, girls are girls. Let them enjoy their differences. They're equal, just different. Nothing wrong with being different. If men and women were exactly the same, we wouldn't reproduce as a species. There's a reason why men and women are different. We already got low birth rates. Like I give a fuck. But watch them get lower. Raising a country full of cucks and soy boys. The only thing this does is actually hurt the boys. We're all the same. I got 8th place, but I still got a trophy. Loser. This great nation has turned into a participation nation. You get a soy latte with that, bitch? who are the where are the real men and the real women to put a stop to this? Where are the people with common sense? Like, I want someone with common sense in office. I want someone who actually cares about the youth. This does not help anything. And now we got states. We got states now that have to pass laws that say transgender athletes, basically boys can't compete with girls. We have to pass a law that says boys cannot compete in girls sports. In the like the middle school, high school, but just in general, like at schools. We have states that say boys cannot, or I'm sorry, it's the way it's worded is God oh yeah, biological boys. So they're trying to say, like, if you're trans, so biological boys are not allowed to compete in women's sports. The fact that we have to actually make this law is sad. But anyway, 5 states have passed it. Now, I don't know why every state hasn't passed it, though. Do you know how many female high school records have been broken this year? I mean, I don't know the exact number. I'm not gonna look it up, but it's a lot, and they were all broken by dudes. They were all broken by dudes. It's like fucking ridiculous. So if you're trying to tell me that men and women are the same, then how come all of these boys are dominating girl sports? Because there's a difference between us. We're different. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Every, everything's gone to hell. Like, okay, like if you want, I mean, if you want to switch your gender, whatever the proper word is, you know, whatever. Like you're a chick, you want to act like a dude, fine. If you're a guy, want to be a girl, fine. But like, you can't compete with the other side. It doesn't work like that. You don't magically turn to a woman. Your physiology does not just magically turn to a woman's. It's just nature. Men, it does mean we're better, but the average man is stronger than the average woman. The average man is faster than the average woman. Yes, they have outliers, but those outliers are very small. Okay, you take like an in shape woman, not a shape guy. Yeah, the woman's probably better. But if you take an in shape guy and an in shape woman, the in shape guy's gonna kick her ass. It's just how it is. The only woman like maybe some of these MMA girls, yeah, they could probably kick a lot of guys' ass. But if you put them against like another MMA guy, no, they have no chance. It's just Mother Nature. There's a difference between men and women. We gotta stop trying to make them the same. It's just ridiculous. And then, like, we got people pushing for everyone's the same, and then at the same time we got people pushing, no, we're not, we're different. That's why we got these laws. But like, how do you have a law passing in the same week that like we can't have a boys and girls section, and then another laws passing that are like boys can't compete with girls? Like, first of all these laws are unnecessary. Common sense should just be like, no. Like, why is this even a thing? This shouldn't even be a thing. Why is this a thing? Like, what is wrong? Honestly, it's embarrassing. Stuff like this makes it embarrassing to be American. Well, I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed to be American when I hear stories like this. And the people, especially the boys dominating women's sports, they need to be ashamed of themselves. Because I don't know how you can feel any sense of pride by dominating. You should see some of these athletes. There's just straight up boys with like whatever, they put their hair in a ponytail. It's a dude. It's a big ass dude dominating. It's so sad, so sad. I mean, like, are we gonna have it where like men are getting female scholarships? I mean, because like the way it's going, then we're gonna have men in the WNBA. Might as well. Might as well. Like, you know what? If you want to go full retard, let's go full retard. Let's get some dudes in the WNBA. Why not? Because I mean, like, that's the next step. We're gonna have men playing women's professional sports if things keep going like this. And it's like, if you're a girl in high school, do you want to be in the locker room with a guy? No, you don't. And I don't care if that guy is pretending to be a girl. You don't. The average, I want to say the majority of high school females, middle school females who are changing in the locker room do not want a dude in there just because he identifies as a girl. Because it's not a girl, it's a guy. I mean, we need some. I don't know, but we need something. We need something to wake this country up and just accept the fact that men and women are different.